This is one of the most iconic modern metal drummers of all time. He has played in front of millions of screaming fans and appeared on numerous top drummers of all time lists. Despite having ongoing health problems, what the Rev has unlocked on the kit has gone on to inspire millions of drummers, including some of the most popular ones out there today. At just 15 years old, he predicted two things. One, that he would be in a famous rock band, and two, that he would die before the age of 30. Unfortunately, both things came true, but that did not stop him from creating a massive legacy on the drum set. But what made him the drumming icon that he is today? Well, there is one song that highlights 3 key points of greatness when it comes to the Rev's drumming. So let's break it down. For any great metal drummer, there is one skill that you need to know how to do really well. And when the Rev first started playing drums, he totally ignored this at first. And honestly, this was my experience as well. But with enough practice and dedication, the Rev was able to make this one key one of his biggest strengths. So what is this one key? It's the Rev's insane double kick speeds, and it happens to be his first point of greatness. Here's the thing, playing double kick is hard, unless you're the Rev, because he not only has the speed to play really fast double kicks, but he has the endurance to play it for extended periods of time. He does this in countless Avenged Sevenfold songs, including Critical Acclaim, where he plays this drum beat. So now let's break that down and slow it down so you can learn how to play this as well. All right, so here is how you can play this beat like the Rev. First, play 6 quarter notes on the crash cymbal because this beat is in 6/4 time. Then add a snare drum on beat 3 and beat 6. Finally, just add straight 16th notes on the double kick. And then bam, you're playing like the Rev. Okay, that was freaking hard. I don't know if I could keep up with that whole song, which bothers me. So I went and looked for the Rev's secret to foot speed endurance and found something that kind of shocked me. In an interview with Modern Drummer, he talked about locking himself in a room, only playing with his feet for hours and gradually increasing the tempo. So this song is at 138, but the Rev can play way faster than that. They have a song at 185. So I am going to lock myself in this studio for however long it takes me to learn this song, just like the Rev would. Let's see how long this takes. So it's not really working to just try it all up to speed. Let's do what the Rev did. Start slow, work on the ankle technique, then we'll speed it up. Here's the thing, a lot of metal drummers have some pretty impressive double kick speeds, but there is one thing that they often lack. To no surprise, this is another element that completely separated the Rev's drumming from so many other metal drummers. Even with the impressive kick speeds, a lot of other metal drummers lack creativity, but the Rev had both, and this allowed him to play some pretty crazy rhythms, which happens to be his second point of greatness. This point may seem simple on the surface, but don't let that deceive you. The Rev was able to create some incredibly complex and creative patterns, all while including even more double bass. At this point in the song, he is casually throwing in a 4/3 polyrhythm, and it sounds incredible. Now, if you are thinking, Gabe, what the heck is a polyrhythm, and is that actually beneficial to use in a song? Well, yes, this is a perfect example of how you can use this creatively. But now let's see how the Rev used these crazy rhythms in this part of the song. All right, so here's what the Rev is doing. First, play quarter notes on the snare drum. Then add straight 16th notes on the kick. Then add the china on every third note, and you have a really cool 4/3 polyrhythm beat. Sounded like shit. But the Rev throws in all types of really cool and intricate patterns within this song alone. The other one was big and loud, but this one is nice and subtle and intricate, which I think sounds awesome. So let's check it out. All right, so here's how you can play this beat. First, you're gonna start off with 16th notes on the snare drum. Then you're gonna break them up by hitting 2 stacks at a time. These alternate between right hand and left hand lead. Then finally, add kick notes to match the stack hits. Then start off with 16th notes on the snare. Add stack hits, but only with your weak hand. Then throw in 16th note kick drums. At the end of the measure, you're gonna move around the toms to complete the full beat. The Rev did something in the studio that most drummers ignore. A lot of really talented drummers will go into the studio and play the most complex parts possible. But over time, this can start to sound really muddled and kind of just like a crappy drum solo. The Rev did something different. He knew when to hold back and when to press on the gas, which leads us into our third point of greatness, which is expert drum part creation. The Rev often went from playing the most insane drum parts to immediately playing a simple 4 on the floor. This deliberate push and pull elevated every single song that he played on. So here's an example of that. Now let me teach you how to play this beat. You're gonna start off by playing quarter notes on the crash, but the China on beat 3 and 6. Then add snare to match the China hits. Then add 8 kick drum notes played as 16th notes starting on beat 1, and another 8 starting on beat 4. Then the time signature changes to a 4/4. We are simply playing quarter notes on the hi-hat, kick on 1 and 3, and snare on 2 and 4. I think I did it! The Rev put his heart and soul into this incredible instrument, and as a result of his dedication, practice, and passion, he inspired millions to pick up a pair of drumsticks and experience the life-changing joy that the drums can bring. I am so incredibly grateful for the impact that he has had on this drumming community, and he will be missed for years and years to come. So, here is a toast to you, Jimmy the Rev Sullivan.